Okay, review over the story problems. The theater club sells a total of 101 tickets to its first play. A student ticket costs $1 and adult tickets cost $2.50. Total ticket sales are $164. How many student tickets were sold? How many adult tickets were sold? So we have to find how many adult tickets, how many student tickets they sold. So there's 3 units, the student tickets, the adult tickets, and the dollars. So we'll make our grid. Okay, so we have together. Then down the rows, how many units. This is the template. Per unit. And total. Okay, so the 2 units I'm buying are student tickets and adult tickets. So student, adult. Then money total, money per unit. So we need to find our money total together. It's the first thing I do. And it's $164. And you cross that out. Now you go up to your top. Okay, remember these are money amounts in this middle row. These are not money amounts. So the only thing I see for a non-money amount that would indicate how many is 101 tickets. But it doesn't say if those are students or adults. It just says 101 tickets. And it doesn't say more than, so I would assume that those are together. Then we go back and fill this in with my variables. I need x and y. And there's an equation. X plus y equals 101. Now the cost, student tickets cost $1 and the adult tickets cost $2.50. So I don't need this. If I have the value here and here, this is not needed. Okay, so I take x times 1. You don't know what x is, so it's just 1x. Plus, then you take y times 2.50. We don't have the y values, so we just put the known value with the y factor behind it. Okay, so I have 2 equations. I have this one, obviously, but I've also got this one on top, so we stack those. So we're going to put x plus y equals 101, and then 1x plus 2.50y equals 164. Now, you draw your columns because you have to use elimination. Now, that's 2x and that's 3.50y, but we have a match here, so let's not multiply. Let's just make that negative from the get-go. Make your 2.50 negative, make your 164 negative. Then you add these together. So 1 plus negative 1 is 0x. You can get rid of that. 1 plus negative 2.50 is negative 1.5y. Then I take 101 plus negative, you got to remember it's negative now, negative 63. Okay, so we have the multiplying operation. We need to divide by negative 1.5. And y is equal to 42. So you find your y in the table, this one here, and just put 42. That's x, so that's a different letter, 42 adult. Now you can just take 101 minus 42 to get your x answer, or you can use the first equation, 1x plus 1y equals 101. So we put 42 in for y, okay? So it's 1 times 42, that's 42. It's not 42y, it's just 42 now, constant 42. Then we got times 1 plus 42 minus 42. So 1 times x is 59 is what that equals. And then you can divide by 1 or just get rid of the 1 because it's still 59. Dividing by 1 doesn't really change the value. Okay, so 59 students, 40, see 101 minus 42 would be 59. Okay, a pet store sells angelfish and clown loaches. They sell 2 angelfish and 6 clown loaches. They collect a total of $36. If angelfish cost $2 more, put a plus when you see the more after the number, because that means plus 2. Angelfish cost $2 more than clown loaches. What was the cost for each type of fish? So you got the angelfish, the clown loaches, and the dollars. And you have to find out what each cost. Okay, so you have together. Then how many units per unit and total. Alright, so the 2 things we're buying are angelfish and clown loaches. So I'm just going to put angel, clown. Okay. And then money, money total, money per unit. So you fill in your money total with $36. Now, we'll come back down there later. Okay, so these are money amounts. These are not. These are how many. So we see 2 angelfish, clear as day, and then 6 clown loaches. So then together, 2 plus 6 makes 8. That's not an equation, though. That's just me filling the table. So we know this. This is not needed. Okay, the cost per unit, I just know $2 more. That doesn't mean you just put 2. You put plus 2 with angelfish. So there's the angelfish, plus 2 goes there. Now that also means when you have the plus, when you write that plus, we don't need y. Okay? We don't need y, and we only need one equation. It'll come from down here. So what plus 2? Well, it's x plus 2, and then this can just be x without anything. Now, you got to take 2 times x plus 2. Well, with the plus, you need to make a parentheses and show your work up there. You multiply 2 times the quantity x plus 2. Okay, so I'd still have my plus. 2 times 1x is 2x, and then you got to take 2 times 2. It's 4. So down here we put 2x plus 4. 2 times x and 2 times 2. Okay, then here we'll be multiplying 6 by x. And that's just, we don't know x, so it's just expressed as 6x. So remember, I told you don't make the cross because you only have this equation here. Okay? The cross is when you have to deal with 2 equations. That's a plus. Okay? Okay, so we would combine the x's. They're on the same side, so we combine them. By adding them, it's 8x plus 4 equals 36. Then the operations to x are times 8 and plus 4. So we minus 4, that's 32. Then we divide by 8, and that's 4. So that's one of the answers. Which one? We'll go find the x, okay? That's 4, and over here is x2, and that's 4 plus 2. So 4 plus 2 is 6. So angelfish, the cost of the angelfish is 4 plus 2, which is 6. And the clownfish is 4. Okay, 2 schools buy helmets and uniforms from a store. The school buys 5 helmets and 7 uniforms for $250. The other school buys 7 helmets and 10 uniforms for $354. Find the cost of a single helmet and the cost of a single uniform. So helmets, uniforms, and sorry, underline dollars. I should have had that. Okay, so that's 3 units. Okay, so you have together helmets, uniform. Oops, I should do this first. So how many units per unit and total? So the two things you're buying are the helmets and the uniforms. Then the money I'm paying, money total, money per unit. Okay, so your money totals, you got $250 and $354. Those are both going here. Okay, so $250 and $354. Okay, so cross those out. Now we are looking for our, remember, this is your money row, what they cost. This is not. So 5 helmets, 7 uniforms. Those are the same person in the same sentence, so we line those up across, and then 7 and 10. So 5 plus 7 would be 12, 7 plus 10 would be 17, so there's no equation on top. Okay, but I have these and I have these, this is not needed. Okay, now that's about it as far as actual information. We have know nothing about the dollars per unit, so we have this be represented with X, and then this has to be a different variable, which should be Y. So we're taking 5 times X and 7 times X, and that finds what we're putting here. We don't know the X value, just be 5X and 7X. Now, plus, now we take 7 multiplied by Y and 10 multiplied by Y. Okay, Y we don't know, so we just put 7Y, and we don't know Y, 10Y. Okay, now here's your two equations, right here and right here. So there's 2 of them, we stack them up. So 5X plus 7Y equals 250. Then on bottom, 7X plus 10Y equals 354. Okay, that's 12X, that's 17Y, so that's not going to work, so we need to multiply. So you have a 7 and a 5, so 7 is what I multiply the top by, 5 is what I multiply the bottom by. So 7 times 5X is 35X. 7 times 7Y is 49Y. And then 7 times 250 is 1,750. Okay, 7 times 5 is 35X. 10Y times 5 is 50Y. And 354 times 5 is going to be 1,770. Okay, now that does not add to 0. 35 plus 35 isn't 0. We need to do the switch. Negative, negative, negative. So that's 0x. 49 plus negative 50 is negative 1y. Remember, you got to add with the negative. And 1,750 plus negative 1,770 is negative 20. So you divide by negative 1. And y is equal to 20. Okay, so where's y? Here are my y's. There's 2 of them. They just both become 20s. So uniforms, 20. $20 for a uniform. Now we are going to have to use this equation here. So 5x plus 7y equals 250. And y equals 20, so I put 7 times 20 is 140. So 5x plus 140 equals 250. So I have 2 operations, times and plus. So we take out the plus 140 with minus 140, and that's 110. Okay, 110 divided by 5 is 22, $22. Okay, now we get the percent mixture. A chemist has a combination of a 12% acid solution and a 20% acid solution. He needs 300 milliliters of a 18% acid solution. How many milliliters of each solution should he use? Now, you are using the 9-box grid, but you're not going to label it, okay? That wouldn't make any sense here. So put your lowest percent concentration first, and then write of after it. Put your highest, because those are the two you're mixing together. And then you put the in-between percent concentration, 18%. Okay, now, of what? Well, the only thing I have is 300, and that's in the same sentence with the 18%. So great, 18% of 300. Y. So you rewrite these in decimal form. They have to be rewritten in decimal form. So 0, 0, 0.18. So we go 0.12, 0.20, 0.18. Nothing there. Okay. Then what I'm taking the percent of goes here. So X, Y, and 300. And that's a little equation I use. X plus Y equals 300. Okay, now we got to find our products. Remember, of means you multiply. We don't know X, so 0.12 times X is just 0.12X. Then 0.20 times Y is 0.20Y because we don't know Y. That's a 0 there. Equals, now I do know both of them, 0.18 times 300, okay? Finding 18% of 300, 54. Okay, now you see the two equations, here and here. You stack those up and you apply the elimination method. So X plus Y equals 300, and then 0.12X plus 0.20Y equals 54. Okay, so we need to, nothing adds to 0 here, so that doesn't work. Okay, so you multiply, and you don't have a match where you can just change the sign. So 0.12, 0.12, 0.12, then 1, 1, 1, 1. So 0.12 times 1x is 0.12x. 0.12 times 1y is 0.12y. Then 0.12 times 300 is 36. Now 0.12x times 1 is 0.12x. 0.20 times 1 is 0.20y. And 54 times 1 is just 54. So now redraw your columns. Plus, 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 so negative, negative, negative. Okay? So you add those, and that adds to your 0x, so the x's are eliminated for now. Then 0.12 plus negative 0.20 is negative 0.08. You write the full thing, okay? Whatever you get, you need to write. Don't try to abbreviate the numbers. Negative 18. Now, guys and gals, when we divide, it needs to be by negative 0.08, okay? So my y is equal to 225. Go find your y on the table and put 225. That's under the 0.20, so that has to be your 20%. Now to find your other answer, you can just take 300 minus 225, or you can use the original first equation. So you take that 225 and replace y with that. 1 times 225 is 225, so you got 1x plus 225 equals 300. And you subtract 225 That's 75, so 1 dot x equals 75. Then divide by 1. Still 75. Same as you would have gotten if you would have just minus 300 minus 225. Okay, last problem here. The ratio of goldfish to starfish in an aquarium was 12 to 7. Okay? There were 152. First off, what you want to do quickly is add those, so it's 19. Okay? There were 152 fish in the aquarium. How many goldfish, how many starfish were there? Or now we make a ratio box, okay? That's 3 rows, but it's only got 2 columns. You have the ratio and the actual amount, okay? And these 2 goldfish, starfish, and total. Or you can put together, it doesn't really matter, okay? Alright, you put, now this said goldfish to starfish, so the 12 is with your goldfish, the 7 is with your starfish, and then 19 is the total. Okay, the only actual amount I have is 152 fish in the aquarium, but it's not goldfish, starfish. It also doesn't say more, okay, thankfully. So 152, that's your total. Now you got to find the multiplier to get from the ratio to the actual. We don't know that, so we take the 152 and divide it by 19. That finds the multiplier. It's 8. Okay, so you need to multiply all of these by 8. So 12 times 8 is 96, 7 times 8 is 56, and lo and behold, if you added those together, you get 152. So 96 goldfish and 56 starfish.